Now let me ask you a question. Think of a swimmer shattering world records. What kind of an athlete comes to mind? Someone in excellent shape, I presume, also someone young. But would you picture a 99-year-old? If you didn't, it's about time to change that. Let me tell you about Betty Brussel. She was born in the Netherlands in 1924. She learned to swim in the canals near Amsterdam. In 1959, she moved to Canada with her husband and started a family. In her mid-60s, she became interested in competitive swimming. Yes, mid-60s. When most people put their best years behind them, Brussel took up something so challenging and persisted with quiet determination. Today, Brussel is 99 years old and she has become an unlikely celebrity. She's on a record-breaking spree. She has broken the world record in 400-meter freestyle, 50-meter backstroke and 50-meter breaststroke, all on the same day. For context, swimming uses birth years for age category, so Brussel is competing in the 100 to 104-year-old age class. Also, by the time she swims to the finish, an Olympic athlete can cover the same distance thrice. But in her age category, she's quite the rock star, and she has a pile of medals. In most races, she's assured a record. In some other races, no one her age has ever competed. So Brussel sets a world record simply by finishing. Her feat is shockingly inspiring, but Brussel is not all that surprised. She says, and I'm quoting, "I do not really feel old." That's a simple remark and a powerful one. I'll tell you why. Imagine for a moment that you have no birth certificate, that your age is based on what you feel inside, in your head. How old would you say you are? There's a good chance you will tell an age that is either older or younger than you really are. Most people don't think they're shorter or taller than their height, or that their shoe size is different from what it is. But we don't experience aging the same way. When it comes to age, people can come up with varied numbers. It is bizarre, but fairly common, and it's fascinating to scientists. They call it subjective age. It is a state of people's physical and mental health, and it proves why some flourish as they age, while others fade. It is true that aging makes people more susceptible to diseases. But people who feel younger are typically healthier, at lower risk of cognitive decline. They're more psychologically resilient too. They feel they're more capable. Because if you mentally view yourself as younger, you believe you have a few pivots left. And you still see yourself as useful. So science proves that it is less about your biological age and more about your mindset, which is why there is no perfect age to be successful, yet our society is consumed with the thought of aging. People constantly feel like they're running out of time. They wonder if there's still time to make a mark. And why won't they? Anti-aging creams are marketed as fairy dust, and 30 under 30 lists are thrust down our throats. But remember, age is a double-edged sword. It harms the old by erasing their ambitions and achievements, just as it hurts the young by putting unrealistic pressure on them. When it is not a mark of a success, creativity, or passion. For every Mozart who composed his first symphony at the age of 8, there is a Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the late American Supreme Court Justice who stayed on the bench until her death at the age of 87. Or Yuichiro Miura of Japan, who climbed Mount Everest at the age of 80. And just as we had Bhagat Singh, a revolutionary Indian freedom fighter in his early 20s, we also had Mahatma Gandhi, who fought for India's freedom till the age of 78. So the bottom line is this: whether you're older, younger, or Paul Rudd, who's probably not aging at all, when age becomes the benchmark for success, everyone loses out. So when they say that age is just a number, they're not kidding.